Fans, this is Ashley's Corner. And yes, I have to talk about real quick. I have to talk about what I seen this morning. This was posted yesterday on April 1st, so I just thought it was April Fool's joke. Jokingly, I thought that, just playing around. I know this is some real shit. I know Hank talks a lot, okay? Hank Lundy talks so much shit. You know what I mean? And I came across this. It was on the Boxing Voice, I do believe. Shout out to the Boxing Voice. And I am going to put a link to the description to the interview I seen. He was hitting the mats and just talking. And yeah, I'll put that in the description for you guys to see it for yourself. But he said a few things that stuck out to me. All right, and one of those things, well, one of the areas he touched on was who was ducking him. He said Mikey Garcia and Robert Easter's ducking him, and he said he would like to run that fight back with Terrence Bud Crawford. He said, "Call me crazy," which I am, and a lot of the boxing fans, the boxing community is going to call you crazy, Hank, because you lost that fight. Okay, Terrence Bud Crawford beat the brakes off of you right there in the corner, and I know y'all remember this picture. And in this picture, it looked like Hank shed the tear after getting off the mat, and the ref all kinds in his face. Are you okay? I remember that shit. It was funny. It was embarrassing too. So I'm surprised you won him again. And he's at 147. You're at 135. I think you should let that one be, cousin. I think you lost that fight and you should not want no more Terrence Crawford. Now, looking at the standings of 135, he said that he's ranked number 10. I checked it. He said he's ranked number 10 at 135. I believe that's what he was talking about. He's ranked number 11 in the WBC. That's it. I don't see Henry Lundy anywhere else on this page. I know this probably look a little muffled, but you can look it up for yourself. But you see the WBC champ is Mikey Garcia. The IBF champ is Robert Easter Jr. Those are the two guys that he's calling out. Okay, the WBO is still vacant. And until we see what happens in the fight in between Lomo and Linares, we don't even know who's going to be holding that belt after the fight. But those are the only two people he called out. And like I said, he just said he would like to run that fight back with Terrence Crawford. Even though I think that's a horrible ass idea. But it is what it is. For you guys, some guys who don't know who Hank Hunt, I keep calling him Hank. People call him Hank on online and a lot in interviews. But his name is Henry Lundy. For anybody who wanted to look up his box record or anything else, you could get it under Hank, but his name is Henry Lundy, and he is 29-6-1. Okay, he has 14 KOs. He got KO'd twice. Once in 2010 at 135 pounds, in the 11th round by John Molina Jr. Okay, and of course, Bud Crawford in February of 2016, and that fight happened at 139 pounds. It was a catch weight. In the 5th round, that fight was stopped. And he fought for 219 rounds. His knockout percentage is 39%. He's 34 years old right now. He's 5'7", and he has a 68-inch reach. He fought twice in 2016 and once in 2017, which was last year. His last fight was February 10th, 2018, and that fight was at 135 pounds against DeMarcus Corley, which is Chop Chop. His nickname is Chop Chop. And that fight went all 8 rounds, and of course Lundy won that fight. And his loss was the rest of his losses was to Ray Beltran in 2012, and he lost to Victor Postal in 2013, and that fight was at 139.5. And those were back-to-back fights. Ray won majority decision against Lundy, and Postal won a unanimous decision against Lundy. And then it was Thomas Delorme in 2014 at 139 pounds, and that was a split decision. And right after that He lost against Mauricio O'Hara, I believe it's how you pronounce his name. Um, and that fight was at 139 and a half in 2015. That fight went 5 rounds, ending in a decision for Hera. And even though Hera, his eyes was jacked up, all right, his right eye was busted clean wide the fuck open. His left eye was busted as well, and they stopped the fight because of his eye, because his eyes were busted open. That's why they stopped the fight, and they went to the scorecards after the 5th round, and it was scored 48-48, and then 48-47, 48-47 by majority decision, which was for Hera. Now, he's coming for the WBC Silver World title. This is what Hank said in the interview. He's coming for the WBC Silver World title. He is going to get the USBA title if he does not get a fight. That's the next title he's going for. And he says he's going for that because it leads up to the IBF. And what he spoke mostly and highly on was Robert Easter Jr. He said that Robert Easter Jr. has been avoiding him, and he said he's paying money out of his own pocket to make this shit happen for him to get closer in the rankings to get this fight with Robert Easter Jr. as well as Michael Garcia. He wants Michael Garcia too, but he tells Robert Easter Jr. in the video to stop running. Stop running. And he said that they had camped together. If the walls could talk, Easter is easy work. That's what he says. He said Robert Easter's easy work. And he says that Michael Garcia too. You know, he didn't say Mike Garcia was easy work, but he said Mike Garcia has been ducking him, and he's been chasing Mikey for years. He says he puts everyone on notice at 135 pounds. Hank talks a lot. Just like I said, the boy talks a lot. And of course, I said he wanted to run it back with Crawford. That shit's fucking crazy. He says he's not even in shape yet in the beginning of the video, but towards the end of the video, he said, "We ready. We don't need no no date, no nothing. Just call us and we about to fight." Yo, the boy talks a lot. He talks a lot. And if he does fight Robert Easter Jr., he's going to troll the shit out of him. He's going to get way deep under Robert Easter's skin. I just see it. Robert Easter's a cool cat. Seems like it takes a lot to anger his ass, and I think the mouthpiece of Hank Lundy can do that. And Hank Lundy still switching, you know, from southpaw to orthodox quite easily in the video. I mean, he still seems like himself, but I don't think he's ready for no goddamn rematch in between 147-pound Terrence Crawford and he's at 135. You should let that go, like I said. I don't think Garcia. Mike Garcia is at his best at 135. I believe that. And I think Mike Garcia has too much bang for Hank Lundy. Hank Lundy is a very slick fighter, but I don't think, I think the power would be too much if you fought Mike Garcia. I don't see him beat Mike Garcia. And as far as Robert Easter Jr. is concerned, that would be a good fight. That would be a good fight, honestly. Now, I can see that. I can see it happening in reverse. As far as, you know, how Mike Garcia beat AB, and now Mike Garcia and Easter's supposed to be fighting. I see it the other way around. If Hank does fight Easter and beats Easter, I think the next person Hank should fight is AB. And I think that would be an entertaining fight to watch. AB, Adrian Broner, or against Hank Lundy. I think that would be a good fight. But if we're talking about Robert Easter Jr., Robert Easter Jr. need to learn how to keep motherfuckers at bay. He need to learn how to keep motherfuckers off him, because Hank Lundy, just like I said, is a very slick fighter, and he can move from orthodox to southpaw, but he's a great inside fighter. He's good on the inside. His jab ain't bad, all right, but he's good on the inside. And I think that would be Robert Easter's downfall. I think he would hurt Robert Easter. I really do. I think Robert Easter would have some problems in the ring with Hank Lundy. The only thing he got is a reach advantage and some height, and he has that on damn near everybody that's at 135. So you guys let me know what you think about this fight. I think I'm gonna make another video about this, because I know Robert Easter is gonna respond to this shit. It's funny. Bud shouldn't even respond to it because it's just talk. He should already know. He already shut Lonnie the fuck up. He already shut him up. So, I mean, Mikey Garcia might not say nothing or just laugh about it. But Robert East, I believe he's going to say something. This is going to start some back and forth type of action. So I know I might be making another video about this shit. But don't y'all think that AB, Adrian Broner against Lundy would be a nice fight? Like, they're a little similar to me in a few different ways. It's just that Hank Lundy don't have no problems letting his hands go. He don't have no problems with that. And we already saying AB trying to be the new improved Adrian Broner and shit. And he's trying to get back on his shit. All he really need to do is let his hands go. I think it will be a good fight. But I want you guys to let me know what you think about Hank's accusations and what you think about these two fights. Because I know what everybody gonna say about him facing Bud again. I don't even care. I don't even care to hear everybody's thoughts about that. I already know that is a no-go. It's not a good idea, bro. But what you think about AB? What you think about Easter? What you think about Garcia? Always like and subscribe to the channel. Peace.